all along the bottom. Now again, I haven't put anything underneath my eye yet. I like to do the shadow up, and if I had makeup wipes that would make life easier, but I'm gonna get a little sloppy here for a minute. And I'm using Sugar Pill. They actually sent me this a long time ago in this purple color. This is like a primary, it reminds me of like those like watercolor sets you got in school when you were a kid. So I'm just taking this purple and sort of diffusing it along the bottom. And don't be afraid to really like drag it down. It makes it more fun. Concealer always kind of lifts it all back up. This is a velvet themed eye makeup moment. I mean, to be honest, this is sort of what I would do for stage at this point, I think. So you're seeing a more dramatic nighttime velveteen. All right, now. I also have this palette, which I'm gonna, well, I won't give it away yet. I'm gonna use it in a minute. This is the Pat McGrath. I mean, this shit is like next level. Pigmented. Okay, so what else should I do? I also really love these. I'm gonna show you right now. These are by Stila, and I don't know what they're called. Liquid eyeshadow. Simple enough. The colors are nuts. Absolutely nuts. So I'm going to take a little bit of the purple that they have. It's called Vivid Sapphire. And I'm going to try to put it like right along the lash line. Not as blown out as the eyeshadow was, but sort of like a little more intense, a little closer in. And I'm going to stick to the outside of the lower. See? And this stuff's cool because it's super metallic. I wish this light got brighter for you guys, but I'll show you another light later. And again, I think for stage, this stuff's great because it like, or going out, if you're out like a night out and you like want to sweat and dance and shit, like this stuff will stay. And whenever you use these like kind of intense bases, you can like layer stuff over it, like shimmer and glitter and stuff, and we'll get into that in a minute. All right, so I did that. And now I'm gonna take I have like sort of a, where did it go? I did have, oh shoot, where's the other one? There's like an iridescent, where'd it go? Where'd you go? Oh no. Okay, I might have spoken too soon. Oh, here it is. So I have another one of these. This is called Perlina, and it's like an iridescent, like cool, icy, very frozen. Let it go. And I'm just gonna dabble a little bit on like the inner corner, inner side of the eye. And this brush is just a little rudimentary, like it just kind of puts it on there, and then I'm gonna smooth it out, like I'm gonna spread it around. This is almost like like a lip gloss thing. So I'll just use my finger. See, kind of iridescent, bringing out that lavender kind of icy thing. All right, so now I'm gonna take the base up here. The edge of it's kind of like messy. It's like kind of like too like chunky. So I'm gonna take some eyeshadow and go over the edge and kind of blend it into the upper part. So I'm actually gonna start with a lighter color above. Do a light color up here, so I have something to blend into. And then I'm in this Anastasia eyeshadow thing, and I'm going to go into this like turquoisey greeny color here called Untamed. Here's hoping. Just a little bit, right at the edge. Blend it in. Just the edge. Because you want to keep like this part more black. And again, this is not a subtle look. It's really dark, but I just like going for it. Not quite blended yet. Little Gaga. Always good for putting on makeup, I think. I'm very excited to hear her album. Look at me. And now, as you can see, there's like all this eyeshadow getting smudged underneath, but we're getting there. It's a little crooked, to be honest with you guys, because I'm sort of distracted, but fuck it, whatever. Corona. If anybody's looking at me that close, like... This should be called glam in the time of Corona. I should look at what you guys are saying. I've been kind of distracted. I'm so gross. I don't have any wipes. The grocery store is a little crowded. So I'm just using a clean sponge and my spit. I mean, can we blame everything on Corona right now? Don't you think we can? I feel like it's a pretty good excuse, right? I don't know if I can blame Corona for my hair, but that's another story. We can do that after the makeup if we want. What are you guys doing? Are you guys getting glammed with me? Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of black and go in just to the parts to kind of set the corner here. Because that base that I used, everything sticks to it really well. Love, love. I want just to be loved, love. I want just to be loved. Yeah, and you know what, to be honest with you guys, I've said this before, but I've had like makeup artists do my face before, and I've worked with some amazing makeup artists, but whenever I do like a show or going out for the night, I like doing it myself. I think it helps me feel like I've put in an effort for the night, and like, I don't know, helps me get into the mood of whatever it is I'm trying to get into. Wait. It's really chunky, but Again, that's the cool thing, is if I were doing this for stage, like little baby details, they don't really matter. So then I'm gonna take this green pigment from MAC, call it Emerald Green. I don't know why I cleaned up under my eyes already. I probably am gonna need to do it again, but you know. Trying to find the right brush. Take a little flat, like a flat round kind of guy. And a little bit goes a long way with this stuff, as I'm sure a lot of you know. It's like powdered eyeshadow. And I'm gonna put it sort of like kind of on the outside half, but not all the way, because I want to keep some of the black. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly diffuse it onto that area. See? The idea is to kind of work backwards, like you're adding the lighter colors after you put the dark base down. I don't know, I just work in reverse that way. Because that way it kind of stays and it feels deep. And you also basically are using the shape that you laid down to kind of create that crease thing, you know? Look, I'm not an expert. There are people that can do this way better than me. I'm actually doing sort of a horrible job, but I'm distracted in the time of Corona and just trying to have fun. Okay, so, and now I'm gonna put like a lighter green. I'm gonna use that Pat McGrath palette. This stuff is gorgeous. This green color, it's like iridescent. And there's actually a little bit of like a weird purple undertone to it. This stuff has more of like a shimmer to it. Almost like a superfine glitter. And I just use my finger because it just gets right in there, you can control it. Yeah, this is a bit of a mess, but you know what? My rule is whenever something's a little crooked or not quite right, glitter fixes everything. Seriously. Yeah, so like I go right before the edge of this thing and that creates that crease. It's like a reverse way of doing it. And sometimes when you go like super heavy, crazy eye makeup, it looks a little weird. But then once you clean up and put the concealer and everything else, it all makes sense. Something to keep in mind. It can look a little, and then for some reason it all like pulls it together. I'm gonna use a little of the purple in this palette as well to really fortify this area below the eye because it's kind of all over the place. Is anybody into astrology? Anybody? Have you checked out that CoStar app? It's so fun. It's kind of like your horoscope and your natal chart, but it also mixes together sort of like a social media element, which is really cool. You can see and link up with friends that are also on the app and compare your charts and daily horoscopes and stuff like that. I think it's super fun. Just check it out. And the reason why I'm asking is because like I'm talking to all you guys, I see all of you. What are your signs? What is your sun sign, everybody? I'm an Aquarius, as some of you know. I'm gonna go a little darker on these eyebrows. Going for like a much heavier brow, because again, if this was a stage look, I like to go more extreme. I extend that edge out a little. Oh baby, oh honey, for you, just let me adore you like it's the only thing I ever do. Yeah, I do my own makeup for shows, Rebecca. I do. What are your signs? I'm sorry, I just was paying attention to my eyebrows. I want to see what you guys are saying. Scorpio. What else, guys? Sun signs. Taurus, Sag rising, cool. Aries, yes. That's my moon sign. Sagittarius, yes. Libra, yes. Pisces, yes. Fantastic. That's not a sign. Gemini, woot woot. Libra, in the house. Hi, Michelle. Okay, I'm going to continue on this eye makeup journey. What else do I want here? I'm gonna put a little of this super fine, this is like a green, it's like an iridescent green glitter. It's called green glass. I got it at the pro store. It's really pretty. Put that like just in here.